Hello, welcome back. I'm Easy and we are rolling.
Shut up and sit down.
Sophia McDermott is Australia's first female BJJ black belt, four-time PanAm champion, world champion. She runs Girls on Top and Sophia Fit. When did you get started in jiu-jitsu?
Started way back in 2002. I had to quit gymnastics because of a stress fracture on the growth plate in my shoulder. And so it wouldn't actually heal until I stopped growing. So that was the end of gymnastics for me. So I was on this hunt to find something that gave me that thrill, that same satisfaction of knowing that I'm really moving my body, but activating my mind to, because of that background that I had and becoming a gymnastics coach, just moving that through to jiu-jitsu. That's what's made me the coach today. When I became that jiu-jitsu athlete though, it was like, yes, I found something for my mind and my body. And I just fell in love with it right away.
Can you talk about your PanAm match?
So I've won the PanAms 4 times. Probably my last PanAms title was probably one of the best ones for me because I made it my mission to compete in everything, all the big main tournaments as that black belt.
That's absolutely amazing. So the last PanAm that you competed in, you were also a new mother and you won.
Yes, I had a toddler that ran around everywhere and was totally and utterly uncontrollable, and a baby. I feel like by me sharing my story way back, it opened up the possibilities for other competitors who were having babies as well, to show them that it could be done. For me, that was a really big statement, putting out there that, yep, it's hard work, but you can do both.
What does someone get from you that they don't get from other teachers?
They can let their guard down. Some element there when they're around a man, especially if they don't know that man or he's a real authority figure, like they're a new white belt or a blue belt starting out. And so that's where I step in. It's not just me, it's other female black belts leading the way. Just done so much teaching over the years, and I've connected with so many women. Instant recognition of me being that female leader, professor who provides support.
And then you also, in 2020, you launched your Girls on Top.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
What this is about is people recognizing my mission with teaching and knowing that I'm really there to help them on their journey. What can I do? Provide something. It came about because of the pandemic. I mean, if you look back, it's just such a stressful phase for all of us, where all of a sudden we're in lockdown.
We're all touched by it. Yes.
Right. But the other thing is, and this was surprising, but it was so needed. Yes. Everything changed. And what I realized is that everyone was craving a routine. So I found that was something that literally kept people sane, because they could meet me at a set time almost every day, 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. What a great way to start the weekend. And 5 p.m. during some of the evenings. If they couldn't make an evening session, there was a lunchtime session. There was always something available. And that's really what kept them going. I think it's gone beyond my accolades of being the first female from Australia to receive a black belt, world titles, and my PanAm titles. It's gone beyond that. And then now when gyms are opening up, a lot of them ladies are keeping this as part of their routine. So they might go train some days, but join me some days. And it's this lovely balance that they've figured out for their routine moving forward in a new way. It was like, yes, I have something to look forward to and some structure in my day.
That is exactly what I was craving during lockdown. 100% was a routine. You completely identified what was missing so much in the lockdown. The fact that you can provide that routine with Girls on Top, and people can still keep that after the pandemic.
Absolutely.
Following on from that, can you tell us about the Sophia Fit lifestyle camps? You have yoga, meditation, nutrition, and you have BJJ training.
Well, anywhere warm with the beach. So yeah, it goes places. Coming up soon, June 4th in Bradenton, Florida. A few spots left. So if anyone wants to jump in, then just hit me up.
Place to come and train, a place to come and learn and let your hair down. Wonderful.
And the wonderful thing is that these camps just happened organically. The PanAms were on. Ladies wanted to come and train with me. What do you eat? How do you cut weight? How do you keep your energy level up? Like, how do you live your life? I'm like, So I ran my first camp and it was just like amazing. And it was a door opening for me to show a lot of these ladies how I live my life on a daily basis and how I stay so lean and fit and healthy and keep training and juggling it all.
Can you teach us a technique? What is your sparring partner called?
His name's Barry. Is transitioning when you're on top so that you stay on top, basically. So what happens particularly for smaller people are that even though they're in a great position on top, they can still get literally bench pressed off by someone bigger. Okay. So it's all about transitioning and making yourself like a waterbed on top of them. So if they're pushing, you're moving somewhere else. If they're pushing, you're moving somewhere else. So you see how I'm moving my hips and then transitioning, and then even better, I can get to a better position. So I transitioned from side control, and then I moved to knee on belly, then I moved to mount. So what this is just a movement drill, specifically to move your hips in certain ways with certain reactions from Barry. So Barry wants to grab your leg on the bottom to try and suck you into half guard. You counter that by moving your hips one way. And then when he bench presses off, you counter by moving your hips the other way and going to north-south. So once you've kind of sort of suffocated his arms and head by going north-south, then you can get onto mount and then go knee on belly. And so, yeah, it's just a beautiful movement drill for learning where to move and when to move.
This is some of the material that you'll be showing when you teach, correct? It looks like this?
Yes. So that's actually my set. Barry's my demo dummy and he's done so much stuff with me that I awarded him a black belt.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Barry's taken a beating, I tell you what. And so, yeah, I focus specifically on movement. And then because I move, it opens up the opponent where the submissions come really easily. And so you're not forcing anything, you're not muscling anything. So if you see my movement patterns, I know Barry's arms are already out, but doing that on someone, like a real person, their arms would be hanging out after those movement transitions. And then you could just easily get an arm bar from there.
So now we have your passing guard techniques. And again, this is your studio where you teach and where people can also join you online for.
Oh, hilarious. Okay, everyone's watching me fix Barry's outfit. Yes. Okay, so I'm just explaining here techniques to do to practice passing with speed. So there are a few different attributes that we need to get good at as an athlete in jiu-jitsu. One is pressure, learning how and where to use our weight. But another one is speed. Okay, so fast coordination, quick footwork, fast transitions. And so that's what this is about. I'm all about movement patterns.
Oh, that's so cool.
So you'll see me, I'm doing leg drag here, but focusing on the hips and changing shape very quickly. I'm going through the middle now. So that was an outside guard pass variation. This is going through the middle guard pass variation. Fast feet, changing levels. It's all about changing levels for guard passing. A lot of people don't know this though. You've got to zoom in very quickly and change your shape very quickly if you want to not be in the guard passes zone where they can start attacking.
That makes so much sense. That's fantastic. Oh, wow.
Well, people don't share this information because they don't understand jiu-jitsu conceptually. And now I'm doing another outside guard pass variation, X pass, where I'm driving my weight through. So encouraging my students to really use their weight. Basically, it's not explained to us enough on a conceptual level when we're passing that we should be out of their zone where they can start attacking as a guard player. And so that's what this is about. It's like being out of the zone and then closing the space as quickly as you can so that they don't ever have a chance of playing. Well, and this one here is about changing angles very quickly. So if they're set to work their guard by you being front on, and then the next second you're over there on one side, you're forcing them to only play one side, which limits their options.
I love gis. I love gis so much.
Bright and shiny.
I have 4 of them. I can easily have more. I have Venom. I have Tatami. I was looking at Fuji. They were on my list to try Fuji and Hyperfly.
I am sponsored by Fuji Sports. I just love them. They are so supportive in uplifting and growing women in jiu-jitsu as well.
So what's the difference in cuts? Because I just went with Venom because of half sizes. Fuji female cuts, what's the difference? Do you know?
You won't go back.
Oh.
You will not go back.
Cool.
I'm telling you. And I'm just not just saying that. I've been in this sport for a long time and I've worn quite a few gis, right? A woman's cut it's like going to buy a business shirt and you have to wear a man's shirt. That's the difference. So it's tapered in the waist. It fits you in the waist. There's room for the boobs, and the pants their room for the hips.
You were on the cover of January's Jiujitera magazine.
Very good. Yes, I was.
Oh, can you tell me a little bit about that shoot? I've done quite a number of different magazine shoots, and I was interested in how you enjoyed your experience for that.
So, yes, this was actually the owner, editor, operator's idea, the flag. Like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love it. I totally embraced it and just rolled with it. It was great.
Yeah.
But it is sexy, right? And so it actually caused some controversy.
Oh.
Because yes, there are people who saw that cover that don't know anything about me and my mission. So they haven't seen the decades me in the gi, teaching, doing my thing, being that serious businesswoman, that teacher, that athlete, right? They don't see that. They're seeing just this image of me kind of being all sexy, hair out, flag and nothing else. I don't care. Whatever it is that makes you feel good inside, no makeup, hair long, hair short, it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is you don't need to suppress it, right? And I'm here to say that everyone can do that, because we don't want to be suppressing who we are to be taken seriously.
That's thank you so much for sharing that with us. It was just a little knowledge bomb.
Yeah, I know I go deep, but it's the only way I roll. Sorry, readers, viewers.
But we have Speed, which is one of your favorite fight films, or one of your favorite actions. Yeah, I am so glad that we went with Speed. It is the final fight that's going to be coming up, and we are lucky enough to hear what you would like to choreograph different. This is in the beginning of Keanu Reeves' career. This is right when he was starting to do his action, and he hasn't developed fully into the actor that he is now, or the athlete that he is now.
So because he trains.
He does.
Yeah.
He does train.
So he probably looks back at his first fight scene in Speed. It's like, oh my God, I should have had him in closed guard and done a sweep from him, swept him there.
Yes. And so we understand that this was back in the beginning of his career, and we are going to get an awesome chat about what Sophia McDermott would have done or choreographed differently in Speed.
So I think that this is a great scene because they're stuck on the top of a train. And so it's essentially groundwork, right? They're on their bellies or their backs. They're not standing. So Keanu lets Dennis Hopper get on top, which was a big no-no and very easy to stop. All he had to do was get on his side and frame and block. So now Dennis Hopper they're going around, so there's no base. They're not basing either. So it's very easy to roll each other. But we are uncertain from here if Dennis Hopper is in his guard or on top on mount. But regardless, getting to that position, there's so many things that Keanu Reeves could have done to get into a really advantageous position from there. So he could have put his hooks in to start playing like a butterfly guard and to keep that space away, to not let Dennis get on top of him now, to be, essentially choking him. And so, yes, Keanu Reeves just had a really great strategy to knock his head off with the light. But the thing is, what he's doing in this movie is the exact opposite of what he should be doing, and what almost every beginner or everyone who's untrained does if someone's on top of them like it. And I teach a lot of self-defense, and it's instinctual for us to be flat on our backs and be pushing someone off with our hands. It's instinctual. But the thing is, we're essentially bench pressing off our opponent. So if we're a woman doing it to a man, it's like crazy, nonsensical. And the other thing is that we're exposing our arms and we're flat on our back. So we're actually helping pin ourselves by connecting with our opponent by having them drive their way through to us. We can't move anywhere. So what Keanu Reeves needed to do there, of course, if he didn't plan on chopping his head off with the red light, was to actually keep his arms in and frame and block, protect his own face, and make angles to get on his side. And then once on his side, he could shrimp or hip escape a little bit and bring a knee in, to start creating space with his legs to push Dennis Hopper away. So we always want to be incorporating our legs instead of pushing with our arms. Getting your legs in the game to create that space is the most important thing from that bad position in jiu-jitsu, essentially underneath the mount position.
You asked me what one of my favorite movies was, and it's Speed. Obviously,
Me
Speed.
too. Hands up. Yep.
Yeah.
Me too.
And it's really cool to see Keanu Reeves transition into teenage action hero to actually really well-trained athlete.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Perfect.
Thank you so much for the interview and your interest in what I do. And yeah, we appreciate you.
It was such a cool chat, and it was so refreshing to be taught different techniques, and just what I learned in this interview was amazing too. Really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm Sophia. Thanks for watching Rolling with Easy.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. And thanks for watching. Woo!